All right, guys, so we're gonna go over this Leetcode problem right now. This problem involves, okay, let's just read this problem. So we have a positive integer num, and this num consists of exactly 4 digits. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this num into 2 integers, nu1 and nu2, by using these digits found in num. We can use zeros at the beginning of these new numbers, and we have to use every single digit in here. So let's go ahead and look at a few test cases. So if I have num is equal to 2932, we can split it up in a few different ways. So we could split it up like 22 and 93. We could split it up like 23 and 92. We can split it up like 223 and 9 and 2 and 392. So at least in this test case, this test case is the same as the one here, but the minimum possible sum you can get is 29 plus 23. So for example, like 223 plus 9, that's equal to 232. So that's too large. So that would not be optimal. Now we can look at this other test case right here as well. We have 4009. And the best way to split this up is 4 and 9. So let's go ahead and analyze this a little bit more on a whiteboard. All right, so let's say that, for example, our test case is 2371. So we want to make two two-digit numbers out of this. So here are like some observations. So these are pretty obvious this first observation is pretty obvious. But we need to use all the digits. Okay, and in particular, every single digit has like a certain value. So for example, let's say that I choose one of the numbers hypothetically to be 23. Then the value of this 3 is 3, and the value of this 2 is actually 20. So this does give us like some sort of intuition. So intuitively, like I would want larger digits to be in my units place, and then the smaller digits to be in my tens place. Okay, so let me just write down this intuition. So it seems like larger values in unit place So it seems like this is good. Okay, and here's something which I probably should have mentioned earlier, but it is pretty important for you to know. So I could actually like brute force this. So for example, like in 2317, there's only like so many permutations. So for example, like 2371 is a permutation, 2317 is a permutation. And then there's like a lot of there's not a lot of permutations, but there are actually 24 different permutations. So for each permutation, I can just split it up in some number of ways. So maybe I could choose 2 digits from here and 2 digits from here, or like 2 digits from here and 2 digits from here, and so on. So there's only like so many different possibilities as to what I can do for this problem. But yeah, that's the brute force scenario. Let's try to get something better. In an interview, you'd really want to try to get something better than that. And for getting something better than just a brute force solution, we're going to use an idea like this. So if we want larger values in the units digit and smaller values in the tens digit, then maybe let's just consider this. If it's sorted, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 7. And according to this protocol, the optimal split of these numbers is the following. So I'm going to have like 7 in the units digit, so I get rid of that. I'm going to have 3 in the units digit, so I get rid of that. And then I have 2 in the units digit here, and I have 1 in the units digit here. And it does turn out that this is optimal, so this would give a sum of 40. Now, maybe like some other reasons why you can see that this is optimal is that like whenever I have like a number in the units digit, like a larger number in the units digit, if I were to keep it in the tens digit instead of some of these other numbers, I would actually make a bigger sum. Now, I won't like formally prove this, but that's like the idea behind this problem. So again, let me just outline our solution. So 1, I'm going to sort the digits. And the second step, let's go ahead and see. I could just keep the largest digit here, the second largest digit here, the second smallest digit here, and then the smallest digit here. It actually doesn't matter like which order these two are in, because the value of this is going to be 20, the value of this is going to be 10. And it doesn't matter what order these two digits are in, because the value of this is going to be 3 always, and the value of this is going to be 7 always. So yeah, so I'm just going to follow that. I won't write it out, but I'll just follow that protocol. So let's go ahead and see the code for this problem. All right, so first I'm going to convert num to a string so that I can sort it. And my answer is just going to be like this, or I'll just say my first number is going to be like this. What do they call it? They called it new 1, I guess. So new 1, that's going to be like the first element of this string when it's sorted, and then the last one. So I can just call it like and I can just convert this to an integer. And the second number is going to look like this. I just use the other two. And my answer is going to be the sum of them. Okay, so let's run the code. Fingers crossed, hopefully it's good. Okay. All right, so let's see this. Okay, so let me just explain this code right here. So I converted the number to a string and then I went ahead and sorted it. And then the first number, I basically took the first digit and the last digit and I like combined them into one 2-digit number. And the second number, I just took the first digit and the last digit and then I combined them. And I added them together and then I returned my answer. So let's just hope this is correct. All right, so this is correct. So let's end the video there then.